television news is the most profitable part of any day's programming in a local station, and so the going concern is upping the ratings and make it even more profitable. And so there's this new hiring of television consultants to figure out what kind of look and personality should we have in this particular market. So a lot of former actresses or models get hired. And
for their looks?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's interesting because there are a lot of good newsmen who aren't particularly good looking, and it would take a good deal of nerve to hire what you would have to call a very unattractive woman who happens to have brilliant qualities of news reporting.
Men get hired, though. It's not just women. Men get hired because they're, because they're good looking.
Oh yeah, hairspray and the whole thing. I mean, if it's probably half the ozone layer has been burned off because of newscasters around the country.
Yeah.
If in fact that's what's happening. Why not do a play, Jane? Don't you miss the stage? I saw you on the stage and you were wonderful.
Thanks. You must have seen one of the few good ones I did. There were a lot of bombs.
But I mean, you
no, I
command
don't
the stage.
miss the stage.
You're a stage actress.
I respect people who do it. I certainly respect my father, who on a regular basis does theater, and it's his life's blood. It's where he gets regenerated.
Yes, he's so alive on the stage.
Oh,
it's wonderful.
I love to watch him on the stage, but I'm different. I guess my main motivation is to try to reach large numbers of people. And I not only am not interested in working on the stage, I even question continuing exclusively in movies. I want to go into television. It's the opposite of what most people want to do. I mean, I was recently down in Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina, visiting some of the workers that work in the J.P. Stevens mills there, and they didn't even know who I was. They can't afford to go to movies. Not only because the ticket prices are so high, but babysitters, transportation, parking, all that. And those are the kind of people that I'd also like to be working for.
That is true. That came home to me recently. Somebody said, where was I? Somewhere in the great U.S. of A. And I mentioned Robert Redford. And I said, Redford. And they said, well, I know the name, but I've never gotten to see any of his movies. Now, you assume that everyone has seen Redford in some movie. But there are there's still a percentage of people who don't get out to the movie theaters.
Yeah, they can't afford it.
They, of course, could have seen his movies on television, and they can see your movies on television. But do you mean you would rather do things directly for television rather than have your movie play on TV?
No, directly for television. I think Roots was very important. It had a big effect on me, and it started me thinking about the fact that there are some things that are meant to be for television and things that really are meant to be for the big screen, and that a lot of ideas that I've had are better suited for television, and I'm real interested in working on it.
Do you have reason to believe there are people who want to do the kind of quality thing you'd insist on now in television?
What?
Do you have reason to believe that there are people who want to do the kind of good stuff you'd want to do, or might just say, why don't you play a beauty queen and we got a
I would create
nice,
my own
script.
I mean, I'd create the project and be part of producing it. But I mean, there's a lot of good stuff on television, quality stuff. Roots is only one of them. I thought that Holocaust and Washington Behind Closed Doors and King and a lot of these miniseries are very important. Didn't see it, but I hear it's wonderful.
You didn't see Scared Straight? You're the one. Well, you must. I'll loan you a cassette of it. Seriously, you must see it because you won't move a muscle for the 1 hour that you see it. Unfortunately, it covered only about 70% of the country, which is a lot. But the fact that anybody didn't see that program
and then
is
performances.
distressing.
I didn't see Sybil when it was shown. Then someone gave me a cassette and
Sally
I went back.
Field.
Oh my God, that actress.
Yes, she just stood people on their ear. They thought she was a flying nun.
I just was so moved by that, not just because the performance was brilliant, but I identify with her, see? I mean, we've both flown. I was Barbarella, she's the flying nun.
That's right.
Both of us were not exactly, your heavy dramatic actresses taken seriously, and, and there she is, just blossoming as this fabulous actress.
You've both been on the air and in the air.
Right.